Morning class 10. Today your topic is erosion, transportation and deposition process of glacier. Like river, here also these things occurs. Glacier, like other natural agents, perform material task of erosion, transportation and deposition. Erosion of glacier is mainly confined to the highland areas with depositional activity in predominant near the foothill regions of the lowlands. A glacier erodes in valleys in two ways, plucking and abrasion. What is plucking? Plucking is a process by which the glacier pushes and plucks or tears away blocks of rocks which lie on its base or side. Abrasion is the wearing away of rocks beneath a glacier by scorching action. The rock particles that is embedded at the base of the glacier acts like a tool that gropes, scratches and polishes the rock surface over which it slides. Erosive power of glacier is dependent on the velocity, gradient of the slope, weight of the glacier, stability of the glacier, temperature of the ice, and the geological structure of the valley. Landforms like creek, pyramid peak, V-shaped valley, hanging valley, rock mountains, etc. are produced due to this glacial erosion. Transportation. Glacier, while sliding down the mountain slope, carries rock particles, stones, sand, etc. that clot on the glacier. The rock particles borne by the glacier are called moraines. Deposition. The glacier deposits the rock material almost in the lowland areas and foothill regions. At lower elevations, increases in temperature cause the glacier to melt and recede. And with that, the result of this, materials like till, those are called rocks and gravels, straightened drift, and relished and deposited. Landforms. The characteristic feature of glacial upland form due to glacial erosion are like quarry, a comb it is known as. These are when the moving ice with the help of emitted rock materials produces depression in the slopes of the mountain. Plucking and frost wedging deepen and widen these depressions. The depression. Now the process of plucking, what it does, it stiffens the back wall and the movement of the ice of the floor deepens the depression. An armchair-shaped basin is formed. These are known as creeks in France, corries in Scotland, combs in Wales and cairns in Germany. When this ice melts away, the basin contains lakes. Such lakes are known as creek lakes, quarry lakes, and comb lakes. The ice-free quarry has three parts: the head wall, the basin, and the threshold. Next comes Eric, where the two quarries or creases exist in a mountain adjacent, that means back to back, to each other, and the glacier gradually cuts them. Now this is the glacier, and this is formed. The glacier, it is cutting out, then back a sharp ridge. Here a ridge is formed. This knife-like sharp ridge that forms the boundary between the two quarries are called serrated ridge or arid. Pyramid peak. Now when these cracks are developed on all sides of the mountain, these cracks cut back together until a horn-shaped peak is formed, and that is known as pyramid peak. The sharp pointed peak, now this sharp thing that is occurring here, Okay, the sharp peak is known as Horn. Mathurin of the Alps, Switzerland, and Nilkant Peak and Shivalika Peak in the Himalaya in India are examples of this types of peak. Spot Transpa, while moving thoroughly the valley, a glacier tends to cut the protruding spars at either sides, both the sides. In this way, the glacial valley becomes wide and straight. Okay. With this comes the U-shaped valley. When as in river, you have read about V-shaped valley, which is already there due to the flowing of the river. Now this pre-existing V-shaped valley is overdeepened and widened by the passage of the glacier. The interlocking spars on either side of the glacial valley are blunted in the form of U-shaped valley. A U-shaped valley has a wide, flat flow and steep sides. The side will be cutting in a steeper way, and the V is becoming U. So it is U-shaped valley. St. Lawrence Valley of North America is the is an example of it. V-shaped valley, and here in Badrinath is also an example of, in India, example of U-shaped valley. Sorry, not V, U-shaped valley.